We're going to wait a few minutes for people to come on live for the today's Supernatural Saturday event. Let us see here. There we go. Just going to wait a couple minutes for everyone to come live. It's a brand new, beautiful day in paradise, planet Earth. Share. Good morning. We're just going to wait in a couple minutes for people to come on board here. I've discovered there's a bit of a lag. Hope everybody's having a wonderful start to their day. Hope you've decided to make your day what you want your day to be. Right? Yeah, today's meditation we'll get into in just a moment. It's going to be multifaceted here because the thing we literally have to get out of is the old self. We literally have to get out of the old self. Hi, guys. We literally have to get out of the old self. Let's go like that. And post. Hi guys, if you wouldn't mind, you can share the video link out to other people that you think might be interested in doing this meditation today, which is going to be threefold. There's going to be three facets to this meditation. The first facet is going to be establishing physical freedom. In other words, getting your body to a state of consciousness where it is open and receptive to your will, consciously. Secondarily, getting your mind quiet and still. And thirdly, bringing in the energy of your soul, bringing your soul energy more present into matter. Remember, it's from the perspective of what you are as an awareness that you actually organize the conditions of your mind and your body. Only from the perspective of awareness can you organize the conditions in your mind and body. Your mind and body cannot organize the conditions of themselves without another agency interacting with it. And that's kind of fascinating to think about because what are other agencies? Well, other agencies are like parents, teachers, friends, television, radio, newspapers, books, any medium, any information outside of your five physical senses in this dimension can influence your mind and body. This is so important to understand. It has been ignored for so long. When they first began doing studies in the subconscious mind in earnest scientifically, it proved a lot of challenges for people who stood up and said, wait a minute, we should watch what we put out to the minds of our children. We should watch out what we allow in our minds. Guard ye the temples of the gate, right? Your body is the city of 9 gates, right? It's the kingdom of God is within you. In the city of 9 gates. Your body has 9 gateways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 gateways. And you've got to be mindful of what you allow into your temple. You have to be mindful of what you shall eat, what you shall drink, what you shall allow in terms of thought or idea, what you will give attention to and what you will not give attention to. For everything that can affect your mind and body can influence it. Even when you're sitting in front of your television set, you are being influenced. You aren't just being entertained. You are being influenced. And as long as you are not, as long as you are aware that there's an influential element there, you can counteract it. But it's better not to allow things in your mind. So there's going to be threefold. One, getting your body and your mind to a place where they are receptive to you, the awareness. You, the awareness. The part of you that's hearing these words, understanding their meaning and value, but you're not your mind, you're not your body. You're aware you have a mind, you're aware you have a body. And getting to the place where you know that your body and your mind are instruments, divine instruments for you to use. And so the goal is to get you to bring the awareness of your soul, the energy of your soul, into the temple so that your body and mind will be subjective and subservient to who you are as an awareness. And you will no longer be as subjective to your past, present, or your future past. Because most people aren't living in the present moment. Most people are living in a past present. And that's one of the challenges that humanity is facing right now. We're living in a past present, which is all based in fear and power and control and manipulation because something that happened in our past hurt us and upset us. And we're trying to protect ourselves as a species from that happening again. So body, mind need to be subjective to who you are as an awareness in order for the body to become effective in changing you. Yes. So there'll be three. Yes. I got Archangel Gabriel. I got Archangel Metatron, and I've got Master Jesus. Yes. And Joan of Arc. Yeah. Joan of Arc was the first woman in most recent history who embodied her soul, literally embodied her soul and the divine in her consciousness. So she expressed her soul, but her connection to the divine directly through matter, as Master Jesus did, as Buddha does, as many of these other ascended beings do. They have learned how to embody the divine and their soul in matter. They're not subjective to matter. And so today's meditation will hopefully help you begin to get a sense of how you feel as an awareness, how you feel as an awareness, not being subjective to your thoughts, not being subjective to your body. Because as long as you're subjective to your thoughts, and most of your thoughts didn't probably come from you, most of your thoughts came from what you were taught. In fact, that's true for about 98% of the people on the planet. Most of what they think, they don't even know they're thinking. They're just got information that's been put in there that causes them to react and behave in very unconscious ways. And they call it thinking. It's not thinking. It's just reacting to stimuli from the outside world. You're walking down the street and you see you see a bushel of beautiful apples at a corner store, and you suddenly get this desire for an apple, and you're with your friend and you say, hey, I was just thinking, maybe we should get some apples to eat. That's not thinking. That's a stimulus called an apple triggering the image of the apple in his mind, and then he thinks about eating the apple, but it's not thinking. He's reacting to an external stimulus, right? And humanity must get beyond the subjectivity of its past in order to liberate ourselves from it, so that we as a species can begin to thrive in union and harmony with each other, mindful of the intelligent, reasonable ways in which we can live and coexist with each other. So it's very exciting. We will take a few questions and answers. Yes, we will take a few questions and answers before we begin, but please make certain before you start the meditation that you have water to drink. Drinking water before meditation and drinking water immediately after meditation, very beneficial. You can also, as I do, you can also, I have my greens drink here, so I can drink my greens drink as well before and after the meditation. Remember, you want your body to have the energy, because when you begin to meditate, your awareness goes into a different frequency. You go into a different frequency of energy. And your awareness of that frequency, some people get a sense of euphoria or well-being, a feeling of expandedness. And that energy, you want to be able to integrate that awareness back into the body effectively, so that the body energy goes up. And when that happens, the body and the brain begin to utilize energy very differently. And when the body and brain begin to use energy from higher frequencies differently, they burn energy off faster. So you want to make certain you have proper hydration in your system and proper nutrition in your system. But yeah, we'll take a few questions before we begin. Hi, everybody. Good to see you guys. Wow, it is a beautiful morning. It is a beautiful morning indeed. Question. Have you any messages for me, please, from Suzanne? Yes, Suzanne. Messages for you. Patience is the biggest message for you. Patience. There are things happening that your mind cannot comprehend because you're so identified with it. As a soul, when you are aware that you are not your thoughts, when you are aware that you are the thinker and the chooser of thoughts, when you are aware you can add, subtract, edit, and delete thoughts from your awareness, from your mind, now you move into the position of creating. And there's a level of certainty that comes when you know you can choose your own thoughts. You can envision your own life, your own outcomes. There's a level of certainty and freedom that comes to the soul that recognizes they are the thinker, not their thoughts. They are the feeler, not their feelings. And from that perspective, they move into an awareness of mastery over mind and mastery over body. So they become instruments that serve you rather than you serving the needs of the instrument. Most people are satisfying the demands of the senses and losing the awareness of their own divinity. So in the satisfaction of your own senses, you lose, in the satisfying the senses for the sake of the senses, you lose your divinity, your awareness of your divinity, because now you're lost in matter as self. And the goal of all of this work, of all the ascended beings, all these multidimensional beings, is to assist us in liberating our energy from being trapped in matter exclusively, so we can begin to evolve as awareness, masters over matter, creators of dimensions, creators of worlds. We all have that seed potential within us that we can literally create solar systems and galaxies and dimensions, and all possibilities can exist in that realm of freedom. But you cannot be free if you're attached to who you think you are. So get to your soul position. Get to your soul position where you can say, I envision an amazing and wondrous life. I envision joy every day, and learning to really envision intentionally and deliberately beyond what your mind has been conditioned to think you're supposed to expect. Because most people's minds are conditioned to expect certain things a certain way. And when you're lost in your mind, then you get habituated into expecting certain things to happen every day. And they do. And you're right. You go, I was right about that. But again, you are a soul, a divine soul, an awareness capable of transcending the subjectivity to matter and the subjectivity to thought that you've been given by this world. And this world has given you many thoughts that are not good for you, and many behaviors that you have learned from this world that are not good for you. Just look at the fast food industry alone, the caffeine industry. Caffeine is a drug. You look at those industries and how many people need those things now. They're not free. They need. Need does not free you. Need imprisons you. That type of need. When it's the need to know who you are, the need to be free to create, the need to feel expressive and joyous, that you can create and demonstrate any creation you want to in your life, that's freedom. Anyway, I don't want to get into too much of that. There's so much that's going on, the energy. I'm really, really hot right now. Master Jesus always does that. So let's see where we got here. Wonderful. Question from Kirsten. My messages for me. It's interesting that all of this is message for you. All of this is for you. All of this is for all of you. We come here as we do because you have asked us to. We are not here by chance. We're here at your request. And when you ask us for messages, are you really hearing everything we're saying? Or are you expecting something more special for you? When all of you are equal in that light that is what we are. So if you listen carefully, you will hear the messages. You are not your fear. You are not your anger. You are not your guilt. You are not your shame. You are not your doubt. What are you then if those things are not who you are? What are you then? You are joy. You are creator. You are limitless potential. You are excitement and playfulness and compassion. You are whatever it is you will choose to align your awareness to. These are all messages for you, dear one. These are all messages for you. Okay, so I'm not sure why that's not moving. That's all good. A question from Mary. While I get emotional, am I clearing this emotion? This is a great question. We're really excited that you've asked this question, Mary. I'm going to read this question again. It's so important everybody hear this question. While I get emotional, am I clearing this emotion? Not necessarily. When you are aware of emotion that is uncomfortable or painful, you are aware of it. Now you recognize it, you become aware of it, does not mean you are releasing it, because your awareness actually feeds it. It is the liberation of that energy from your awareness. And we're not speaking about what your conventional psychologies would call repression or suppression. What we say is you recognize the emotion and you literally release it from your body. You can do this with your breath. We have instructed this way before. Use your breath when you feel that emotion. Breathe in and release it. It must be done consciously and deliberately and mindfully. You must know that this is what you're doing. As easily as you know close and open, as easy as you can know your hand is doing that for you, so too you can say, I recognize this emotion of anger, of fear, of doubt, of guilt, of shame. I recognize it. I'm aware of it. Now I release it. I breathe, use my breath, my divine breath. And you release it deliberately. You ask it to leave the system. So, yes, if you are deliberately releasing it from the system, you are. If you are just attached to it, trying to figure it out, then you are not. Wonderful, thank you. Question from Oliver. Have had a painful right shoulder for a couple of months now. Don't know why or what created it. Any help from the guides towards this, the right shoulder? Yes, they're saying you harbor great pain. You continue to harbor great pain and you continue to feed it. It would be prudent, rather than to try and be annoyed or frustrated with it, to enter into a awareness with it, to extend your love to it, whenever you become aware of it, instead of going, oh. No, it's, I love you. I'm here for you. I see that you're in pain. I'm present with you in love and in joy. The nature of your vibrational energy of love is transmutational, as is any emotion transmutational when put towards another. In this instance, the vibration of love intentionally given mindfully to that part of your physical structure begins to liberate the causative elements from within the cellular and genetic material, from that frequency that you extend as love. Do this as often as you become aware of that discomfort. Bring yourself there. Delightfully, lovingly. Allow it to feel your love instead of your frustration and your concern and your fear, for these will feed it in a very different way than will love. Fear does one thing, love does another in time, space, and matter. Wow. Thank you for that. Great question, Oliver. We're going to do 2 more questions, and we're going to do the meditation, guys. Oh, absolutely, Heather. This is a great request. It's happening right now. Heather's asked, can we bring the Holy Ghost to come over us all? The words coming through is, I am with you that choose to open your heart, your eyes, your spirit. I am that which you are. Allow me to become conscious for you. Allow your awareness to align with that which I am as you. Allow it. Do not look to your mind. Do not anticipate. Just feel. Feel it expanding. Feel it expanding. Feel your awareness becoming lighter. Feel your awareness becoming lighter. To the feeling lighter. Some of you may experience the presence as a change in your body. Some of you will experience this as a lightness of emotion. Some of you will feel it as you are above and around the body and not entrapped. You are expanded. But each of you will receive this as you are willing to receive it at this time. There is no right. There is no wrong way for each of you. There is your way. And your way is not the way of others. But allow the way to be shown to you. Allow yourself to be aware of this, that I am. Thank you. It is not in the effort, it is in the allowing. It is not in the effort. It is in the allowing. Wonderful. Thank you, Heather. Thank you for doing that. Got time for one more question, and we're going to go over the... Thank you. Oh, thank you, Holly. I really appreciate that. Question from Jana. What emotion is my elbow joint as pain for 6 months now? I don't know if you remember my Patreon group, but not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, we're going to be doing a healing event for patrons only, where there's going to be healing. But today, for you, for that elbow today, many of you have these physical things going on, and many of you are frustrated by them. The very nature of your frustration is the denial of the release. You hold on to your suffering by your frustration with it. You actually feed your suffering by your attachment to it, by your frustration about that condition. And as we have simply suggested, merely bring your awareness lovingly to that part of you which suffers, and keep your awareness lovingly present. Even if that suffering is great, if you can keep your awareness lovingly present, you will begin to feel the miracle of your soul at work in love. Please understand this. When you bring your awareness lovingly to any part of you which suffers physically, and you maintain that loving awareness regardless of the discomfort of the physical condition, you maintain your loving awareness. The nature of your loving awareness transcends and transforms all suffering. For you are in the image and likeness of that one light that equally loves all to the fullest extent that one can allow. Be love with your suffering. Do not be frustration. Do not be anger. Do not be upset. Do not be fear. Be as love with your suffering, whether it is your body or your emotions or your world around you. Be at love. Hold that vibration of love. It will transform. But for those of you with elbows and shoulders and knees and hips, be love in the presence of suffering. Maintain your conscious awareness of love in the presence of that suffering. The very nature of that vibration called love is transformational. You are a transformational dynamic being as soul, as the awareness that you are. You are a dynamic, transformational being. I love it. Thank you, Metatron. So there are many things that we as a species are undergoing right now. There's a huge transformation. Some are calling it the ascension. Some are calling it the reset. Doesn't matter what you label it. We are going through a great awakening. And there are some that are afraid of that awakening because in an awakened state of being, civilization, law, and rule of law changes. For when people are aligned to a vibrational frequency of love, that is the moral compass. Love is a moral compass. And as a species, we have been more veered towards this energy called fear and away from this energy called love. And it's time now. This suffering that you see will not be ameliorated by a vaccine. It will not be ameliorated by a doctor. It will be ameliorated by the vibrational essence of love, what you are. And what you are as awareness can transcend any condition of time, space, and matter. For you are not of this world, but exist in this world by the grace of the form that was gifted to you. So any suffering that you find yourself in, be the presence of love with that suffering. Even if you feel uncomfortable and you want to surrender to the suffering, be as love and stay steadfast in your love. In love as you are. Cool. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Heidi. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to find out what's going on here. There we go. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Melina. I really appreciate that. Now I can see the super chats as well. Thank you so much. So we'll get into that in just a moment. Okay, got it. Thank you, Spirit. So the meditation is going to be very simple. They don't like complicated, and we live in a world that there's just so much unnecessary complication, when in reality there's only two functions of life: fear and love. Two expressions available to anybody, anywhere, at any time. It's either fear or love. There aren't any other expressions. They either come from love or fear. So be mindful of that. In the meditation, again, it's about getting your body to a place where you as an awareness are not subjective to its trappings, the sight, sound, touch, taste, smell. Getting your body quiet and receptive to you as an awareness. Secondarily, getting your mind still and quiet so you as an awareness can begin to access and hear information and ideas that go beyond what you know. We cannot change this world, and you cannot change your life with what you already know. You can only give yourself more of what you already know from what you already know. It is from understanding and experiencing new information, new ideas, new awareness that you can actually begin to deliberately and intentionally change your reality from a perspective of what you don't know, not what you do know. And again, meditation is one of the cornerstones of all our courses and classes. Anybody coming to the course and classes, by the end of the courses, can meditate for anywhere from 1 to 3 hours a day. And even people who said, I've never meditated, I can't do this, have learned to meditate, and their lives are changed. I think we have a number of our students here today that have experienced that. You are not that body that you sit in. You are not those thoughts that you find yourself stewing in. You are the sacred awareness of infinite intelligence. You are the sacred awareness of infinite intelligence. Aware of mind, aware of body, you are free. But if you are subjective to mind and body, you are in what you call a state of hell sometimes. So the meditation will be very simple. Get the body still, get the mind still, and then to bring the awareness of your awareness into the form. When you start to feel the vibration that is you, when you begin to feel the vibration that is you, not what you've been taught to think is you, the personality, not what you believe is you, this body, but you as a vibration, as awareness, untethered by mind and body. And from the perspective of that untethered state, able to begin to make remarkable changes in your experience. Because from the perspective of non-physical awareness, you have access to the information that we provide to this one all the time. You have access to information that very few humans have access to once you understand how to step out of your established self. And this is but a first step. There are many steps in the process. But once you get an experience of the vibration of what you are as an awareness, you begin to experience. This precious vibration called freedom. And freedom is the ability to create deliberately and intentionally in time and space. Freedom is the ability to create intentionally in time and space. Yes, they're saying there's also these other dimensional realms that are creative realms as well. There are non-physical realms. Again, what we call physical here, on these other dimensions, there's another level of reality that they call physical, but it's not the same frequency or the same vibration that we're at. Just as you got all these different cell phone signals moving through us, they're at different bandwidths, but each one in and of itself is a valid frequency. So there are other dimensions of matter, time, and space, but don't conform to the same frequency, the same rules of matter that we understand here from this physical dimension. But you can begin to understand those laws as you move into a vibration of awareness. You move into a vibration of relative limitlessness, right? Being free from mind and body, there's a whole world that will open up for you. So hopefully you're going to participate in this. And again, this will only take anywhere from 5 to 12 minutes. We do not like complex. We like it simple and easy so that you can experience something that's unique to you and what you are, where you are in your path. It's just what happens. We don't have to try and control it. We just know what happens. It'll just be what is right for you at this time to know something more about what you don't know, so you can bring that into your life. Because bringing in what you don't know, that allows you to change your life from what you do know. Thank you. So please take a moment to take a drink of water. Make certain that the seat that you're sitting in is going to be comfortable for at least 5 to 12 minutes. And yes, and make certain you're going to be comfortable. Loosen everything up, right? Just relax. Remember, your body is not who you are. It's an instrument that you use. So once you've taken a drink of water, we'll begin. Okay. So take a long, slow, deep breath, deep from your belly. Fill your belly up with your breath. Slow, deep breath. Fill your lungs completely, all the way to the top. And when your lungs are full, hold your breath for about 3 seconds. And release. And allow the body to relax fully and completely. Deliberately let your body relax. And then again, another slow, deep breath. And fill your lungs completely. Hold the breath. And as you exhale, allow all the muscle systems in the body to relax. Feel them relax. Give them permission to relax further. And breathe deeply again. Hold your breath. Feel the tension build as you hold your breath. Keep holding it. And then let go and let all the muscles relax. Now very quickly, scan through your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, and any muscles that need to relax further, give them permission to go deeper. Give every muscle in your body permission to let go, to turn loose, to be receptive to your awareness. Let your body know that you're willing to love it, even if you do not understand it. Communicate that thought to your body. I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. And feel how the body responds to that statement. I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. Feel that vibration, and then breathe deeply again. And move your awareness into a space in the middle of your head. Hold your breath. And as you exhale, allow all thought, memory, and emotion to become still, calm, and quiet. Allow all memory, thought, and emotion to become still and quiet as you exhale. And again, breathe deeply into the space in the middle of your head. Hold it. And as you exhale, allow all thought, memory, and emotion to become quiet, calm, and still as you exhale. And breathe in one more time, deeply into the middle of your head. Fill your lungs completely. And as you exhale, let all emotion, memory, and thought go deeper and quieter, deeper and quieter. Let all thought, memory, and emotion become deep, quiet, and just become aware of how it feels to experience your mind being a little more quiet. Notice how your body feels when the mind is quieter. Now breathe deeply and expand your awareness to surround your body. Breathe deeply and expand your awareness to surround the body. About 2 feet out, expand your awareness 2 feet out around the body. And just become aware of the space of your awareness around your body. Become aware of the space of your awareness around your body. And breathe deeply into that space now. Expand your awareness out a little bit further. And just become aware of the vibration of the space around your body. To whatever degree you can allow, sense and become aware of the vibration of space around your body. And feel how it feels to you as an awareness. How do you as an awareness feel as the space around your body? Become aware of how the body is vibrating from this space around your body. Feel how the body is vibrating from your awareness as the space around your body. And become aware of the vibration in the space in the middle of your head. From the space around the body. Allow your awareness to expand a little bit more by breathing deeply. Expand your awareness out to about 5 feet around the body. That's it. And now just feel the sensation of your awareness. How does it feel to be expanded like this? Feel the energy of your awareness expanded. Notice that you can be aware of sounds, smells, and not be distracted from the space around the body. Consider the idea of love as a vibration around the body. Consider your idea of love as a vibration around your body. Make a conscious decision to bring that vibration of love back into your body and mind. You're going to use a slow, deep breath. But before we do that, breathe deeply and intensify the vibration of love as you understand it around the body. Use your breath to intensify the vibration of love. And as you exhale, intensify it even more. Just be aware of any sensations that seem unfamiliar to you in this energy. Make a mental note of that. And now take a slow, deep breath and draw that vibration of love down into the top of the head. Draw it all in through the top of the head, down through the top of the head, all the way down to the tips of your toes as you breathe it in. Breathe this vibration of love in now. All the way down to the tips of your toes. Use your breath to draw it all the way down. And as you exhale, expand it out from the bottoms of your feet and bring it back around to the top of your head. And then draw it down one more time in through the top of the head. All the way to the tips of your toes. Fill your body and every molecule of your body with this energy. And just feel now. Feel the energy you brought into your form. And feel the energy around the form. And make the following statement. Love is what I am. Love is what I am. I extend that which I am into my mind and body with grace. I am love, and I extend that which I am into my mind and body with love and grace. And feel how the body responds to that. Notice the difference in the vibration you're feeling physically and in the space around your body. And then very gently breathe your awareness back into the eyes so you can open your eyes up. Breathe your awareness back into this moment. Just let your eyes, your body, feel the vibration of your being and breathe yourself into this present moment. And whatever your experience is at this time, make a comment of it. Share your experience with others because others need to know that they're not alone in their change, in their experience of what that energy is. What that energy is as what you are. You are love. It's what you are. It's not something you have to acquire. It's what you are. You are that. Wonderful. Oh, thank you, Heather. Really appreciate that. Super chats. Love them. So it's important you understand that emotion is just energy. That's not. Emotion is energy in motion. It cannot be created. It cannot be destroyed. It can only be changed into one state or another. And isn't that fascinating? Because they say the same thing about matter. Matter can't be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one state to another, right? And my guardian angel John told me, you'll hear me say this quite often, emotion is the fifth state of energy. It controls matter. Emotion organizes matter. So being able to deliberately and cultivate emotions that are of certain qualities necessitates certain realities unfolding in time and space. If you are focused on your suffering, right, for example, then you're amplifying your suffering. If you're focused on love, then your experience will be more love. Our goal today was to simply give you, because we know there's a lot of new people coming here, it's important that you understand you need to get exposure to what you do not know, what is outside of what you think you know, so that you can begin to know more than what you know. You can only know more from what you do not know. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Wonderful. Yes, I see that. Oh, thank you so much, Holly. Really appreciate that. Question for me. That's interesting. I don't get that very often. What has been the most impactful part of my spiritual journey? Wow. All of it, Blaine. I wish I could say there are certainly moments, like when my guardian angel spoke to me on the bridge and told me not to jump. That was a powerful moment. When my partner's mother spoke to me in Gross Morn a week after she'd made her transition. It's all been incredible. The most impactful thing, though, I guess, is realizing that my mind and my body are not who I am. Your mind and your body are not who you are. They are instruments that you use. And it is so obvious. I mean, my hands do what I think them to do. You know, that's probably the most profound thing, is realizing you are a soul. All of us are these souls, awareness cultivated into matter. We came into matter to learn, experience, and master the process of creation. You came into this physical world to master and understand the process of creation. It's not, the body is not who you are. The personality is not who you are. They're instruments that you can fashion and sculpt into new ways. Learning how to change your mind is probably very powerful too, but thank you for that question, Blaine. All of it. It's all very impactful. Every one of these opportunities, these beings work through me. Every time I get to work with any of you, it's all impactful. There are moments I can say, yes, that was really powerful, but it all is part of the same thing. So it's all impactful to me now. There's only this moment right now. And this is the most impactful moment in all time. Here and now is the most impactful experience. And that goes on forever. That is eternal. Thank you so much, Heather. Felt light and refreshed. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Remember, once you understand that you can change, and you tell me this all the time, William, once you understand that you can alter mind and alter matter, once you start to experience that, what that does, that's when you start to wake up. That's when you realize, I am not my thoughts. And that was a big starting point for me to realize for the first time that my thoughts are not who I am. They're information that's been put into this system by the world. And most people in this world have this system information put in, and they're running on the default information that's been provided. You are the thinker, not your thoughts. But it's all very exciting. It really, really is. I get to do this with you guys. You guys. Yes. Is there a message from my friend Carmen, for Lauren? Wow. She needs rest. She needs to, they're saying she needs to lay her head down to give herself rest. Is that like a physical rest you're saying? Or yes, and others. Put her head to rest. Ah, gotcha. Please tell your friend she needs to put her head to rest. Doesn't have to necessarily physically go to sleep. She has to put her head to rest. In other words, get her mind still and quiet. Most people's minds are, it's insanity. I lived like that for the first half of my life. You need to teach your mind how to be still. It will not learn it on its own. You have to train your mind. You have to train it to be still. It has to be taught that, right? It's a computer. You got to give it a new program called be still and quiet, be still and peaceful. You have to give it a new program. Thank you. You have to give it a new program. And only you as the awareness can do that from within the subjectivity of your personality, where you're believing, this is who I am. Oh, my life is terrible. You can't make changes. In that level, you cannot make changes. You're dependent then on the outside world to affect you. No, don't do that. Wake up. Your anger, your thought, your fear, your guilt, your shame, they are not who you are. They are mechanisms you have to utilize. Emotion is energy for creating, right? Please remember that. Okay. Wonderful. Are there career changes coming for me? Well, you know there are. That's why you're asking the question. Your soul knows that. Your mind can't see it. Your mind cannot see what your soul knows. Only you can learn to know what your soul knows, but you will not find the truth through what you remember. You will only find your past from what you remember. To really understand, to really truly understand that you are not your thoughts. That is the beginning of your freedom. You are the awareness and you are the orchestrator of thought and idea and emotion. As well, you may call forth any ideas and information and emotion as well. Thank you so much. Oh, you're very welcome, Kelly. Thank you so kindly. Question from, I think is Nostalgia. Anyway, pardon me if I butchered your name a bit there. Question, is there any message for me? I really need it right now. I'm so confused about this life. That's wonderful. Because if you're confused, you're waking up. You recognize that there's things that are not real and there's something else available to you. Please, if you can, come and take our courses or book a reading with me or find some spiritual teaching or come here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday where we just give these messages and information away for free. Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Shortcuts for Your Soul. Join us, right? And on Saturday we do the meditation. The confusion that you are suffering is not what you are suffering. It is what you're allowing to occur in your mind. If you were to observe your confusion, we would say this simply to you right now. If you were to observe your confusion, just observe it. Watch it. You'll begin to recognize, oh, I can observe my confusion, therefore I am not it. That is the first step. That you are not the confusion, but you are aware of the confusion. From the perspective of awareness, you can begin to remove, transmute, change, or delete the confusion. But you cannot, from within it, affect the change you seek. If you are being the confusion, then you are not in the position to change it. But as the awareness of the confusion, you can make changes. Oh, there's the confusion. I'm going to use my breath to calm my confusion down. You can do that, you know. You can use your breath to calm your confusion, your anger, your fear. You can use your breath. It is a divine instrument, your breath. You can use it. Breathe slow and deep until your confusion subsides. And it will. It will sometimes even fight back to stay in control. And you got to breathe again until you teach it a new way of being. You have to teach it. It will not do it on its own. You have to teach your mind. You have to teach your body to be other than what they have been taught to be by your environment. And most of you are living in what you've been taught to be or think or believe. And your confusion, your frustration, your angst is not because there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with any of you. your confusion, your angst, and your frustration comes from believing information and ideas that does not represent who you are. And you can liberate yourself with your breath. The simple, sacred act of your breath can liberate you from suffering. We had one person come to this one. I cannot stop my anxiety. It goes. It's so scary. And we told him, have them put their hands on their ears and listen for silence in their mind. And if they can't hear silence, to breathe silence into the anxiety. Use the space of their breath and put that space into the anxiety. And literally within 30 seconds, their anxiety subsided. And they went, wow. Yes, your breath is a divine instrument that you have choice over. If you enable the instrument repeatedly, then you train the system to respond. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. I love that. Thank you so much. Wonderful. No worries. No apologies. I'll take two more questions, guys. Question from Robin. Hi, Robin. How can I heal my hernia without an operation? It gives me pain. Well, again, the hernia is there because of events that are stored in the body. We store, when you have an emotional experience, it gets stored in your body. Your body reacts to the energy of joy. It reacts to the energy of fear. It reacts to the energy of anger. Your body is reactive. And when you put an emotion like anger or fear or guilt or shame or terror in the body, then the body over a period of time begins to reveal that emotion. In the case of the hernia, there's a weakness. There's a weakness that you feel exposed, and there's pain being exposed. Yes, I know. I get to that moment. They're just telling me to get to the point for you guys. If you want to spend more time, yes, go deeply, repeatedly go deeply into the place where the pain is with your love. Go into the place of love and the wholeness, the feeling of wholeness that is love. Give the feeling of love repeatedly to that place in your body. At any time it calls your attention. If you saw a child in pain on the street, would you ignore it? No, you would go and tend to that child. Or if you saw an injured animal, you go and help it. You'd be kind to it. You'd be extending your grace and your love to it. Do this for your own body, for that part of you that's suffering and in pain. Don't attack it. Don't be frustrated with it. Don't be angry with it. Be patient and loving and kind towards it. It needs your love, not your frustration. That being said, it is a process. There's that you have to stay with. You have to literally stay with that process until it's corrected. It's like baking a cake, you start working on it because basically the pain and the emotion that's stored in that part of the body has caused it to be torn open, and you're aware of that pain. But the pain is nothing. The pain is the body's representation of the emotions that caused that effect in the first place. I mean, there are other things too, overstress. There are biological things that can happen, but all these things can be corrected when the energy that's causing the event is released or transmuted. When you change the pain and the suffering to love and joy, and do this right now while we're talking to you. Do this right now. Like, move into that place lovingly. Communicate your love. Treat it as a part of you that needs your love. It's calling you and this is one of the statements of Course in Miracles that I always loved. And that was a statement that says, all human interactions consist of one of two things, either a call for love or an extension of love. A call for love or an extension of love. What is your body calling for? It's calling for love. Give that part that's in pain love. Stop giving it your frustration. A lot of people do that. They get upset with their body for being in pain. Well, that's like being upset for a child for being in pain. But your body is a child for you. It's your child self, the body, right? That's what your body is. It's a child self. that's like an animal. It will never mature beyond the age of 5 biologically. Your body never really matures beyond that mentality. But it depends on you to feed it proper food, proper nutrition. Anyway, great question. Work on that. And literally don't give up. Keep doing it until you start feeling changes. You'll feel it. You'll feel when you start to feel a part of the body react. So you move a vibration of love to that elbow or shoulder. And the people that have done the elbow and shoulder today, please let us know if you felt the shift in the energy there. And you don't just, it's not just a one-hit wonder. We are not about healing people for the sake of healing people. We are about empowering you as the divine healer that you are. You are a divine healer. And you must recognize that the minute you bring love to anything that's in pain, it heals. Love heals. Thank you. Wow, I think we're just about done, guys. One more question for the day. Last question today. It looks lovely. From, Richie. Question, any messages regarding the 12-12 porthole for us all? Wow. This event that you speak of is not simply an event of time and space. It is an event for your consciousness. And if you are anticipating great physical change, and while this is an event as well, it is the quality of your consciousness, the alignment you have, the opportunity to align energetically to what you are, as an awareness, as a vibration, as a frequency of extended divinity, and then to bring that energy down into form to be ennobled in action, in thought. This is the time. But the time is not simply 12-12. The time is right now. It is right now, in this moment, that divine time, to bring that light that you are into now. You do not have to wait until 12-12 or 11-11 or 10-10. You can bring it in right now. It is now. This is what it is about. The divine is now. There's not some special day or place other than this moment. This is the moment. This is the moment. This is the moment. Now. Do not delay what is now to another day, for there can be no delay. There is only now. If you align yourself to this, you'll be free. And then every day will be now, and every moment will be now, and everything will be as what you are. You won't have to seek it another day, another place, another time, for you are it right now. You are that which you seek now. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us today. I want to remind you, tomorrow on YouTube, I'll be doing a live healing hour at 3 p.m. on C Meagan Michael's YouTube channel. And I will post a link for her channel in the description box of this event. And hopefully you'll join us for that healing event. It's going to be focused predominantly on healing, because this is a real time. We need to get ourselves out of subjectivity to mind and body so that we're functioning from our higher creative potential as a soul, as an extension of divine light. And so hopefully I'll see you guys there tomorrow. If you want to support these messages, please become a member of my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. If you want to know more about our courses or classes, or you want to book a reading with me, please go to WilliamMichaelForbes.com. And I will look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow. And remember, we got Shortcuts for Your Soul on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, much love. Thank you for your comments, your questions, your concerns, your concerns, and your participation. Much love to all of you. We will see you on tomorrow and on Monday. Bye for now.